I'm Joy from Joy's Consultancy, and I work with a number of people, with doctors, nurses, physiotherapy, and with me, I've got Magic. We've known each other for 20 years in training, in ITU, and being complex trainers in the community and PEG specialist nurse advisors. So we came a long way, and now he's here in Newcastle, where we have opened a branch of training as well in Newcastle. So that's Magic. So he will be interjecting in between. Yeah. So we were talking about navigating, into complex and how you guys you need to go into complex. Obviously, there's more requirement into it on how you want to navigate into. You need to be prepared and know what you want, your strategies. And so it's us here in the K-Show where we presented our first time, I think last year, which was really great for us to present our company as well. So why do you want to enter into complex? Obviously, you know that you've got the skills. You can either hire people with skills. We've helped people who are into social care, but they want to do complex. And I think there's a myth when people are like, oh, you can't do it because it's not your particular area. But you need also to know the strategy. You need to know and dig deeper what is complex, like what other people were saying. And then you can hire as well a lead nurse who can be in charge of the complex side, and they've got the experience with the complex, especially, let's say, patients with we've got tracheostomy, we've got PEGs, and they have to know what is a PEG, what is this, and in terms of assessing. Also on legislative compliance, they have to adhere to the frameworks as well. Advocates and empowerment, encouraging self-advocates and ensuring success, access to independent advocates, enhancing decision-making. Also ethical decision-making, which they have to balance in between, yeah. Okay, they have to collaborate as well. So once you decide you want to be in this to complex, obviously you need to have a collaboration approach within the multidisciplinary team. It's either in hospitals, your local authorities, on how you can get the clients. We have, I think, the discharge, complex discharge teams. I don't know if any one of you have approached them. Okay. Yeah, in the hospitals. Yeah, they are very friendly anyway. They want to know your business, and you can leave your leaflets there. And also, when you are going into it as well, you need to make sure all your systems are in place, they're accessible, communication, cultural competence, care, recognizing diverse backgrounds, and ensuring inclusive care practice as well. So when you have the client, the best thing is to do what you call comprehensive client assessments, which is the first thing that you conduct an assessment. You're asked, or have you got the capacity to take this client? Because most of the time, with my experience, I've heard people like, oh, there's a stoma, yeah, for example, and quickly they grab the stoma patient on the framework, and they have to start the package. It will be Friday on Monday. The first thing, what do? They go on groups, asking, is there any trainer, is there any trainer? They'll find me, because we are flexible. So we have to support you either in small companies, but sometimes they'll call us out of hours, they're begging. Please, we have a client on Monday. I always say to people, please, make sure you always train your staff. Be ready to receive, than just doing it. I know some people like, you know what, these packages, they'll go. We just want quickly to grab them, which is, it's so difficult as well, because you as a manager, you have to be on the ground. So if we haven't been trained how to look after a trachea or a stoma as the manager, you grab that package and you need to start on Monday. You don't have the staff who are trained. What are you going to do? Yeah, it's good money, it's good package. Please, these are clients, it's not money. Yeah? Money follows, comes later. Prioritize the service of the clients. Like what I think somebody said, if you give it all good quality, money comes. Yeah, I think Nyasha stated about it. Yeah, it's not about money; it's about what you are putting in place. Make sure your staff is well trained before you even take that package. Nowadays, people they call us, say, "Joy, we are ready. Can you please come and train us? We got a package," or maybe Godfrey has done the tender. They've won. He refers me so many clients. Said, "Be ready." As soon they will come. It's not about money or about prices. That's another thing. Somebody talked about it. They will ask. Before, how much is your training? Okay. And what experience have you got? Have you gone on YouTube on things to Google and ask them their experience? That's one thing. You learn with experience. And then the important thing, one of my mentors says, it's not about money, it's about the quality. First thing now I've learned, if you ask me how much do you charge, I'll say, what quality do you want? Is it the price or my quality? Because my quality speaks with what we've done over the years and the people. Exactly. So I've trained even Godfrey's team. That's quality. I've trained Wilson's team. I've trained, where are they? They're outside. I think so many companies, I've trained them, and some they've won. So we need to make sure it's about quality, not about the pricing. Most people, we get it wrong. And you go to the person who's just a nurse. Yes, they are nurses, they are ITU, they can still do the stoma, but they are not allowed to train. They are not qualified, they are not accredited. But what do? We take them now in terms of certificates, they can't give you a certificate. And they haven't told you that. That's another thing. You are putting your business into risk. So client and family involvement is very important. And also be transparent with your costings, which is very important. Because when they ask you, they will send you the DST, everything, then your costings has to be against what you've assessed. Most clients, what do? They're just like, oh, it's a stoma. They ask in the group again, how much does it cost? Godfrey. That's the first thing. Have you done a proper costing as well? Because it's a complex, and some you undercharge yourselves most of the time. And then there's no profits. That's another thing. So be aware, we're going to be running quickly, but obviously it's very important to make sure in your costings you have done the proper assessment. If you don't know about complex, ask me and Magic. We know about how you need to charge according to the complexity of the patient. And I've seen one of the person we've helped recently. She asked about the tracheostomy, and she didn't have a clue. And they thought, oh, you need to be paid £22 an hour, which is not the right pricing. And then I said, no, what are you basing your costing on? So we went on, I said, okay, send me the whole patient's assessment. And I had to redo the assessment, to do the risk assessment. Do you know what? It was quite a lot of needs that was required. And I said, you need to contest it. This is it. And now she's being paid £30 an hour. She had missed quite a lot. And they don't tell you as well in the DST. They will say they've got NG. At the same time, they've got PEG when you go on the assessment. Have you ever come across that? The wrong assessment. So it's very, very important to make sure you know that. Yeah, you can go ahead. So obviously, we need to empower our staff for success of the business. Why do we focus on staff development? I think he said it all. We're not going to repeat. It's all about compliance, CQC compliance, assessment and evaluation, and comprehensive approach to staff empowerment. I think they've already said about strategies, equip them, do the reviews, competence building. Yep. So providing tools for excellence. We've been talking about training. Please have a robust onboarding programs tailored to your roles, and also resources, accessible technology, guidelines, peer support. Right. Yeah, so I like course and organization's ability to learn and translate that learning into action rapidly is the ultimate competitive advantage. Yeah? Train people well enough so they can leave. Treat them well enough so they don't want to. That's Richard Branson. That's powerful.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so keep your team happy and engaged all the time. And that's the first thing now on their assessment now. It's about well-being of the staff. Are they happy in your company? Are you training them? Are they, do they feel that they belong to a company? And most of the time, I will show you on the next slide. So integrated approach and sustainable success. So we have a framework, and that you need to ensure your cohesive strategy for staff development, continuous professional development, CPD, all the time. And regarding that, us as Joyous Consultancy, we are there to train. Do you need to add on the trainings?
Yeah, so currently I've been working for a massive company. We've got more than 150 packages from team brain injury, complex care, learning and disabilities. So yeah, I'm responsible for basically supervision of everything, including care plans, risk assessment, mobilization, training and development, retraining. So, I know how it works, and I know that the training is very important. We are wishing to get in touch with you to support you. So you can call us if you have an urgent assessment or care plan formation or creating, that will be there. The same with the training, because the training is not just one-off. Obviously, the training starts in the hospital prior to the discharge. And this is a part of the mobilization. We can carry on while the people are being discharged back home, so obviously we can support you in there as well. What else? And we can make sure that all are signed off and safe, so they can support our clients, in a safely way.
Yeah. Okay. We've got children complex needs. I know Nyasha, that's my uncle there. He spoke about the children. I'm not into children. I need to be coached as well. So basically, there's children in complex needs, which is not Ofsted. Yeah. You can support children in their own homes, as in complex. I've got somebody who called me yesterday, said, oh, can I have my home and put the tracheostomy children in a home? I said, well, I'm not experiencing that, but to my understanding, you need to support them in their own homes, if they are children, in their own homes. Or you can support them when they go to school. So we do care plans, assessment, risk assessments in schools and colleges. In colleges, that's where the money is now, these days, if you don't know. We have lots of disability students who are going into the colleges. Like in my area, I'm always supporting my local area, Uxbridge College, Harrow College, and they are most learning disability, those who need help, 2-to-1, 1-to-1, and you can still go in there. That's another business. So it's not only about DOM. Yeah? Okay.
Just from my experience, I've worked for almost 3 years as a complex nurse specialist in the special needs college. So this college was for the young adults between 17 and 21. What happens then after, once they reach that age, 20, 21, there is no service for them. So there is a big area. If you were to talk with the community, if you were to open a home, you employ an educational specialist plus a nurse sometimes, if there is more people, obviously, to distribute and administer the medications and support them. Then also support workers. And then you can take a client for 5-6 hours a day. They go home, you organize the travel, and everything, and families are really relieved, and helped, So I think that's another area we can think of. And
also there's another recent area that I've been asked to venture into in another county. They've asked me to come and assess. It's a complex needs respite. They don't, in the areas, I don't know where you are, just do a research about the complex needs respite centers. And so the hospitals are providing, and you find the house, They will come because there are maybe 5 or 3, right now there are 5 tragic clients who are waiting to come at this respite center. So I mean, collaborate with them to make sure we set it up. So the hospital will come and put all the ceiling hoist, everything. You don't need to do anything. The reason being, they just want these clients to go. Because imagine the hospital stay is 1,000 a day if they are complex. So imagine how much the hospital is losing instead of sending them, and they'll be paying 4,000, they said 4,500 per client. That is 1 nurse and 2 carers for 4 patients. So that's good. Yeah. They've done everything in the house. You don't need to do anything. Good. Yeah, but you got the house, yeah. So obviously the costings, I'm not gonna go into that. Usually Godfrey talks about costings, but I'm just passing through to say in complex, you need to know your costings, but obviously it depends with the local authority. Some they've got already kept prices, some they don't have, but even if they have a kept prices, that's where you need to be tactical, be strategic, yeah. Because it could be they'll say they've got only trachea, no other problems, and then you find other problems, they will raise their money as well. So yeah, so there are things like in your costings, you can include your labor costings, training, CQC charge, staff charges, office, different things, PPEs. Don't forget there's bank holiday, there's what else?
Weekends,
weekend rates, sleep rates, because sleep night rates as well. Sometimes we forget. So you need to make sure when you do costings, you include, you ask, what is it? Sometimes they just forget. I had one client recently, and they told me, well, we just need 12 hours and a sleep night. But they didn't specify. Is it a waking night, just a sleep night? And when I did the assessment, and the man had a BiPAP overnight. And I went back, I said, excuse me, if it's a sleep night, it's got a BiPAP. If it alarms, that means the carer it should be what? Coming. And at the same time, he calls every 4 hours to say, can you straighten my legs? But they said it's a sleep night. So those are the things that you need to challenge them. Yeah? All right? How we can help you as Joyous Consultants with a team. We can help as well with the add-on. Mostly I'm into coaching. Yeah? Some add-ons, Godfrey does the add-on on TDDI. Sometimes it's more coaching, the questioning related to complex needs. What I don't know, I refer. But mostly it's about coaching, and we mentor in that. What is tracking? What do you need to do regarding those complex situations? So how to get clients? All this, you can introduce yourself, doing tenders. Godfrey Godlos, who does tenders. Get on the DPS portal, reach out to ICB, door-to-door, which I do. I love door-to-door. Yeah, don't hire anyone. Your staff in the office, they are spending 3 hours sitting. Print out those things and make sure that at least a day they've distributed 200 or 300 for 2 hours. Then they come to the office. Why do you need to hire? Use your own service. And sometimes I do go. I'm like, wow, let's go to the affluent areas. We start going to Ascot. And then after that, within a day, I got 2 clients. Yeah. At least one didn't take me on board, but at least, yeah, out of 300 cards, at least I got 2. Yeah? You have to do it. Nobody will do it for you. I think most of the time we want to put our tie and all our high heel shoe, then we're like, I'm into business. No, you need to be hands-on. All right? Let's move on. So excellence is not an act, but a habit, by Aristotle. To achieve excellence, do the right thing. Make the right choices constantly, ensuring that every action aligns with your values and standards. Train and equip your staff. An investment in knowledge always plays the best interest. That's Benjamin Franklin. Provide the tools, resources, and training necessary for success. Inspire your team. Yeah, we've got people who do team days. We've got, I think, people who do HR and things like that. Approach them like Kennedy. approach them. They can help you in your teams to make sure you do the right thing. Finally, go back.
Yeah.
See the results. The only way to do great work is to love what you do. That's Steve Jobs. Thorough, consistent training and inspiration, results will follow. And that's my best practice. Why do I say so? If you look at how we train, and it's about results. If you Google right now, Joyous Consultancy reviews, we just started in April last year, just on Google. Now we are on 500 reviews. That is results. We are moved by results. Yes, we can have 1 or 2 people, but obviously it's all about the results.
It's not working.
So this is our staff, part of our team, and my team include of expertise, which I don't know IT, I don't know how to build any apps and things. So these are the staff that have got more knowledge than me. I just be a driver. Oh, we've done this, we've created this app. Everything you see is not me, but it's their ideas. And now we collaborate with big companies like Qual, Nutrix, because I do help them as well in their business and complex. So that's fine. So thank you so much. If you need to come to our table, we can talk. Thank you.